다
find a
알아.
way to piece them together. A network that bridged our world and the beach. That might do it, I believed. So, I started researching bridge babies. Children bound to the world of the dead. What causes an extinction entity to come into being? What was the reason for the previous 5 mass
푸즈마가
extinctions?
단독으로 만든 거 있으면
The
걸으라고.
answers to those questions would tell me how to stop the 6th. I founded bridges, more determined than ever.
그러니까 마지막에 이렇게 설명해 주는 건 좋은데 굳이 이렇게 시간을 막 끌어가면서 보여줘야 되는 이유가 뭐냐고.
The weaker I became. My Ha had cancer. The beach's punishment, maybe, for not playing along like a good little EE. And then, just like that, my Ha was gone. I couldn't finish what I'd started. So, I asked you to do it for me. And you did. You helped us complete the network. Helped us to reclaim everything the universe experienced from its inception to this moment. Every mystery was ours to solve. Like this one. Once, there was an explosion. A big bang that gave birth to time and space. Thing is, it was more like a big fluke. All that matter and antimatter should have cancelled itself out, leaving nothing. But somehow a tiny speck of matter survived. Just enough.
총으로 싸우고 싶다
To
진짜.
make this world and everything in it. A world that shouldn't be, a world out of balance. Order.
그냥 아까 세계 멸망 엔딩으로 끝내는 게 차라리 낫겠다 야.
It's like the universe is trying to return us to the nothing we came from. Maybe the Big Five were its best attempts to finish us off. But somehow, life always managed to survive just enough. Enough to thumb its nose at the will of the cosmos. You know, I'm starting to think that extinction might be the key to overcoming total annihilation. It forces life to fight to survive, to endure, to exist. That's why the Big Five ultimately rekindled life instead of extinguishing it. From the ashes of the dead rise the living. Stronger and wiser. Inheritors of the legacy of existence itself. They defy the universe and refuse to surrender. They say, we're just getting started. Extinction is an opportunity.
그러시구나. 마지막에 설명충지 타는 거는 뭐 상관은 없는데 설명충지 타는 방식이 잘못됐는데? 솔직히 저라면 스태미로 나오면서 같이 설명했으면은 이렇게 욕하진 않았을 것 같아요. CNKCD라고. 맞아요. 이거는 그냥 미켈슨 보는 맛에 하는 것 같아. 엔딩에서 점수 한 10점은 까야겠다.
pulled the trigger twice that day, I knew at once I'd made a mistake. I found your beach and looked everywhere for you. Sam. There you are.
총을 쏘고서 실수했다고? 제가 비비야?
You wanna go home? Let's go home. I wanted to set you free from death once and for all. It's okay. I know the way. But in doing so, I upset the fundamental balance between life and death. I just wanted to save you. I am an extinction entity. It's my fate to lead our species to extinction. But that moment, you became part of that fate. You became a repatriate, and dooms started spreading my nightmares to others throughout the world. It was me that got you and everyone with dooms into this. Not long after, the Death Stranding occurred. The dead clung to our world, and BTs used my beach to cross over and devour them, triggering more void outs. A catalyst that would set the world on a path to extinction. It was my duty to serve as a sacrifice, to wait and watch it unfold from this beach. That, or hasten the last stranding and end this slow death. Given these, my only options, I chose to end it quickly. But to trigger the last stranding, I needed you, a part of me. Here too. I would be able to witness extinction consummated with you by my side.
친구가 연기나냐?
But now that you're here, there's another choice. You can cut me off. An EE doesn't have that option for itself. But in my nightmares, I saw another future. One that you chose. One where extinction is hope against total annihilation.
야, 이제 옆에 올라오기 시작하네.
Faintly, I'll go to take this head on. Soon I'll come around. and never found. Waiting for my words, seen but never heard. Buried underground, but I'll keep coming.
사실 주인공 살려보낸 거 아니고 얘도 저기 다른 해변에다 가둬놓은 거 아니야? 그런 거 같은데? 보내주는 척 하면서 어디다 가둔 거 아니야?
Wipe those tears off. And make your heart proud. Soon I'll come around. Lost and never found. Waiting for my world.
다른 사람 해변만 갈 수 있다는 사람을 보고 있냐고.
Buried underground, but I'll keep coming.
그만 끝내줘.
Yeah, I'll keep coming. Yeah, I'll keep coming.
그타오 피. 아 제발 내보내줘요.
마지막까지 혼신을 다해 만든 컨텐츠를 좋아하고
보겠냐. 방송 엔딩 보면서 기기에서 1등 했다고. 저장 한 판에 한 20분 걸리지 않아? 아 아깝다. 이거 한쪽으로 무한으로 쭉 쏠리면 무한 수영 가능하지 않을까?
A gun won't help you here. But it still has a role to play. Listen, Sam. I was the one that brought you and Cliff together again. There was something I wanted you to know. You were never abandoned. And you're not alone. Don't you see, Sam? You have to live.
방금 거만큼 또요? 방금 거만큼 또 하는 거 아니지? 저 앞에 뭐가 둥둥 떠 있네. 쫓아와요. 아, 죽여, 빨리 죽여. 어딨어? 야, 빨리 나 잡아가, 빨리. 나 좀 잡아가.
I see him. This way. He's over there. Sam! Over here, Sam. Deadline. We're coming, Sam. You ready, Roger? Okay. Luke, take me to Sam.
Don't give up. You're still connected.
For too long have we lived as strangers to one another, divided by walls built to keep us safe. But now, with the completion of the Cairo network, we may at last move forward as a people united. Today, we come together to celebrate the birth of a new nation for a new world, the United Cities of America. I once took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And though that proud republic may be no more, we remain. And so, as your president, I hereby swear to support and defend you, the people. Let there be no more walls between us, nor masks to hide who we are. Let there be a new America. An America where we can face one another, where we can speak our minds and open our hearts. The old ways die hard, but I believe, my fellow Americans, that we have the strength and the courage to rise above our past and embrace our future. The Death Stranding is a part of that past. An enduring shadow, a constant reminder of what could have been. That we stand here today is testament, not to the greatness of any one individual, but to our capacity to come together, to the bonds between us, to our collective greatness. All things must come to an end, ourselves included. But as long as we savor each moment, find joy in the promise of tomorrow, embrace hope, and reject despair, we will endure. President Bridget Strand and her daughter,
부금이라도 깔면서
Samantha
얘기해요.
America Strand, sacrificed everything in their pursuit of hope that we, the people, might be whole again.
후나왈스.
That they are not here today to see the fruits of their labor fills us all with a profound sadness. But we find comfort in the knowledge that their memories will live on in the chiral network and in our hearts. We will always remain connected. There is another hero in this story. One whose achievements seem destined to go unrecognized. America still needs that hero. That person without whom we would not be here. Now, the name is unimportant, but you know who I mean. And for that unsung hero, I have a message. It was you who brought us together. You who made us whole again. And while you and I will eventually pass on,
자기 얘기하는 줄 알았는데 아니어서 뻘쭘한가
Going
봐.
somewhere, Sam? Tired of being the unsung hero?
No, I'm done is all. She's gone.
Come on, wait. There's something I need to tell you. Huh. This doesn't bother you anymore? Well, that's great. Now, wouldn't you like to know how we brought you back from the beach? We were going to use the doll, but didn't have one handy, which is when I remembered something else.
Not what I think it is.
Yes. What could be more connected to Amelie's beach than President Strand's umbilical cord? Hartman thought that's why she left it with me in the first place. Unfortunately,
It didn't work.
yeah, she'd already cut her beach loose. It was just gone. We didn't know if that meant she dragged you into the great beyond or sent you to some other beach. We were really racking our brains. Hartman and Mama split up and started searching every beach you might feasibly have washed up on. We looked for a month with absolutely nothing to show for it.
A month on the outside. How long on the inside?
Trust me when I tell you, you don't want to know. But don't worry. We found no signs of accelerated aging. In the end, this is what led us to you. Just when we were about to give up, Guy
캐나다
Hartman
살리기.
reminded us about the revolver. So, we tried to follow it, and it led us to a far corner of your own beach. And bingo, there you were. Mama made visual contact first. She was able to see you from her vantage point on the other side. She informed Lochna via their connection, and Hartman confirmed your location during his subsequent NDE. The plan was for Fragile to, in essence, slingshot Lou and me to your position so we could rescue you. But it's not so easy to send multiple individuals to another person's beach for an extended period of time. And that's where the umbilical cord came in. We wove these from President Strand's DNA. They serve as a single knot that binds us all. The President must have known all of this would happen. Ironic, isn't it? The gun that set this whole mess in motion ends up being the key to saving you.
Amelie, she said it had another purpose.
Not a weapon, but a lifeline. A stick that became a rope. I suppose that's one way of putting it. Oh, Sam. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to give you a hug. Got something else to tell you. Top secret. It's about Cliff. Bibi's mother's name was Lisa Bridges, Cliff's common-law wife.
Lisa Bridges.
Now, Cliff was killed by a man identified in the records only as John. Former U.S. Special Forces. Quite good at it by all accounts. Later appointed as an aide to the president, who used him for most of her wet work. The records go on to state that he vanished after Cliff's death. A warrant was put out, but he was later found dead. Turns out some people die harder than others, though. Dear John donned a mask and reappeared with a new identity. But you can't fool the chiral network. We restored the old records, and Mama hid them deep in the archives. You're the only one besides us with access privileges. Take a look if you're so inclined. But don't say I didn't warn you. The President's got some dirty, dirty laundry. I don't trust him, but I'll work with him if that's what it takes. We'll talk later.
Sam. I don't expect you to forgive me. But would you hear me out? I killed Captain Clifford Unger. I would tell you I did it for America. For love of country. But I didn't. I did it for her. Because I loved her with all my heart. She was everything to me. Everything. Now, I'm not trying to make excuses. I just want you to know.
이거 끝나면 다른 애가
that
붙잡아갖고
not
또
a
얘기하는
day's
거 아니야?
gone by when I haven't thought about it. Time didn't help. Or the mask. Please, let me finish. The captain, saved my life. You know why they call me Die Hardman. Because he wouldn't let me die. He brought my sorry ass back home every time. And I loved him
네, 다음 배은망덕.
as much as I